Okay, one other application of these volume problems is these density problems. And just like the other volume applications, I need to figure out what the volume is. So the first thing I need to know is it's a hemispherical tank. So that's kind of shaped like a bowl. You can see half of a ball would make a bowl-shaped tank. And what it tells us is the diameter of the distance all the way across is 18. That means I'm going to have a radius value of 9. So I'm going to start by using volume of a sphere. So the volume would be, it would be 4/3 pi r to the third. So that's 9 to the third. Need to go ahead and pull up Desmos. I want this in terms of pi for the time being. So 4/3, don't put pi in the calculator since I want it left in the paper. And 4/3 times 9 to the third was 972 pi. Now the problem with that is the volume of the entire sphere. If I had the entire ball, since I only have half of it, I'm going to go back to Desmos. I'm going to take the answer I had and divide it by 2. So that means just my hemisphere is 486 pi is going to be the volume I have for my hemisphere, my tank. Now it's asking about density. And in this case, it gives us the density. You can tell they have given us a density because they have done it in terms of pounds per cubic feet. Anytime you see that word per, that's something divided by something. And the formula for density, you might remember from your science class, is density is just the amount of mass or the amount of weight you have divided by the amount of volume or space it takes up. So in this case, I know the density is 62.4. It wants us to find the mass, but I do know that my volume is 486 pi. So to figure out what my mass is, I'm going to need to multiply by 486 pi. So I'm going to go back to Desmos. And I'm going to take my 62.4. Let me double check, make sure I remembered the right number. Yes, and that's going to be multiplied by 486 pi. And multiplying my density times my volume will give me a mass of 95,273. And hopefully that will be correct. It did just want it to the nearest pound. 95,273. Let's see if that works out okay. And it does. And that's how we were able to get density. Now, one other thing I want to point out is sometimes they will ask you to find the density. If they do, you're going to use that same basic formula, that density equals mass divided by volume. And you would find the volume usually in these type of problems, and then they would have given you a mass. Like they might have said something weighs, 5 kilograms, and then you calculate and find the volume was, 2 liters. So you would have a density of 2.5 kilograms per liter. And anytime it's density, it's going to be a per. So that's how you could be asked to calculate density on some of these other problems. But on this one, they gave us the density and we were solving for mass. I hope this helps you with these type of problems. And if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. Thank you.